So what do we do with buckets and buckets of passion fruit? I'm going to show you today. The first thing that I do with any kind of fruit that I pick out of the garden is that I clean it. And as you can see from this water, you know, a lot of the things you get off of vines or fruit trees are extremely dirty. So I'm going to just take care of this and then I'll show you the next step. Now, one of the things that I do is I kind of lay out all my materials. I get a really sharp knife and I kind of score the passion fruit. It's kind of slippery after you've been doing this a while. And so I just cut it in half. I'm going to have two separate pieces of passion fruit. All I'm going to do is just scoop that right into the ice cube tray. And there you go. I found that about 2 of the halves will equal 1 tray. This is a really big one, so it's actually going to take up a couple. So I fill up my ice cube trays, and as soon as I'm done with that, then I start putting it into Ziploc bags. So as you can see, it's really easy. It doesn't take a lot of effort. The passion fruit comes out really easily. You just put either the juice or the juice and the pulp into, you know, whatever method you want to use to freeze it. I kind of like the ice cube trays because I can use a few at a time, or I can use as many as I want. But you can make all kinds of really delicious dishes with this throughout the year. One of the things I like best is just making a passion fruit drink, kind of like you'd make orange juice. And I take several of the ice cubes and I just put it in with some water and melt it over the stove. And as soon as I get it the consistency that I like, I cook it down. And then I just strain all the seeds out and add some sugar and let it cool. And oftentimes I'll take that to you know, if we have some kind of a family get together, it's something kind of different that people really like and enjoy. So as you can see, it doesn't matter how wrinkled the fruit is or how funny it looks on the outside. As soon as you open it up, you know, it's just gonna look beautiful. This is what the inside of a passion fruit actually looks like. And it's got little seeds, and there's a couple of different kinds of passion fruit. There's actually like a green passion fruit, and this one that I have in my garden actually starts off green, but it turns purple. And I don't even have to pick them. As soon as they are ripe, they actually fall to the ground. So this time of the year, this is kind of the beginning of April, I'm basically going out and picking buckets of this stuff every day. And I'll be honest with you, I only have 2 vines. And it covers a whole fence that I have. And it keeps me pretty busy for about a month. And then after that, I have all the passion fruit that I'm gonna need for the whole year. And the vines that I have, I don't know if they're better or worse than something else, but I usually get passion fruit a couple of times a year. We really like it. It's very popular in places like Hawaii and things like that. I live in Southern California, so we have a pretty long growing season. So we really enjoy getting the various fruits and vegetables even throughout the year, early spring, summer, fall, and winter. So I'm going to continue on. I'll show you what this looks like when I get all these trays filled up and I fill up a couple of my my bags, and we'll put them in the freezer and see what we've got. So what I really like about being able to process these passion fruit is just how easy they are to put together. It's really something that I enjoy doing for my garden, and I found that through the years, when you take the time to process your fruit, and either by canning or freezing or freeze drying or dehydrating, It's a great savings of money. It's a great way to add to your homestead because you'll have product throughout the whole year that you can use in various things. So some of the really great things that you can make with passion fruit, I talked a little bit about the passion fruit juice, but you can also make things like a passion fruit creme brulee or a passion fruit mojito. Um, a lot of the a lot of the different things that I really enjoy are being able to take the passion fruit and make it into a passion fruit syrup, which again, you're going to be straining out all the seeds, but you can use the syrup in so many things. It's just really unbelievable. And if you could smell the smell in my kitchen right now, it is just unbelievable. My whole house just smells so strongly of passion fruit. And if you've never tried it, you should give it a try. It's really, really, really delicious. So I think over the next, next week or so, since I have so much fruit that I'm going to be processing, I think I'm going to make a couple recipes just so you can see how versatile it is. My family, my husband and my sons and I tried it for the first time when we were in Hawaii several years ago, and I actually just cut a bunch of Hawaiian fruit and I kind of scooped this over the top of it, over some pineapple and dragon fruit, and some different things, and it was so good. So I just wanted to show you some of the ideas that you can use, and my garden is really prolific right now. My fruit trees all have a ton of fruit, even though it's just the first week in April. I think I'm going to have a huge harvest. So I'm going to be showing you some different things that I'm doing over the next, um, I'd say probably 3 or 4 months as my apricots and peaches and nectarines and apples and persimmons and cherries, all those things come ripe. So we have a lot of things to do, but right now, over the next additional few weeks, it's going to be passion fruit. Thanks. I'm getting ready to put this in the freezer. I was able to get 2 bags. They're just little pint-sized bags. I'm going to freeze those. I've got 2 trays. That was pretty much, I'd say, 3/4 of a bucket. This is the bag of skins. I'm not going to compost those. I'm actually going to throw them in the trash. They're extremely sticky. And so I will put this away and I'll be right back. So I will just let these freeze like this overnight. They'll be done and ready to package tomorrow morning. And that's it. That's how I process my passion fruit. Package my passion fruit. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to be coming back to you with a couple of really great videos on how to make some really delicious recipes made from fresh passion fruit. Have a great day. I hope that you'll give this a try if you have access to passion fruit and if it's something you can grow. I mean, not only is it beautiful, it's also something that can really give you food throughout the whole year. So have a great weekend and I'll talk to you again. Bye. Thanks for joining me.